Title: Nitocris I, the Divine Adoratrice of Amun. Chapter 1: The Legacy of Nitocris I. Peace. Nitocris once, a figure of unparalleled significance in the annals of ancient Nubian and Egyptian history, served as the Divine Adoratrice of Amun from 655 BC to 585 BC. Her reign spanned an extraordinary 70 years, during which she embodied the religious and political power of the Theban state. Chapter 2: The Rise to Power. Born into a lineage of Nubian pharaohs, Nitocris was the daughter of Pharaoh Psamtik III, founder of the 26th dynasty of Egypt. Her ascent to the position of Divine Adoratrice was not merely a result of royal birth, but a strategic move that reinforced the Theban priesthood's power. As the god's wife of Amun, she wielded immense influence, acting as both a spiritual leader and a political figurehead. Chapter 3: Amun's Divine Consort. The role of the Divine Adoratrice, or God's wife of Amun, was deeply entrenched in the religious fabric of ancient Egypt. Nitocris III, through her position, commanded the vast wealth and lands of the Temple of Amun, making her one of the most powerful individuals in Egypt. Her tenure saw the continued prosperity of Thebes, with the Temple of Amun serving as the religious and economic heart of the region. Chapter 4: Diplomatic Genius. Nitocris I's greatness was not just in her religious duties, but in her diplomatic acumen. She maintained and strengthened ties with Nubia, ensuring the stability and cohesion of the kingdom. Her reign is marked by the continuation of peaceful relations between Egypt and its southern neighbors, a testament to her strategic foresight and political wisdom. Chapter 5: A Legacy of Stability and Power. Throughout her 70-year tenure, Nitocris I secured the position of Divine Adoratrice as a pivotal role in the governance of Egypt. Her reign provided a model of stability, with her successors continuing the tradition of powerful women holding the title, thereby ensuring the endurance of the Theban priesthood's influence. Chapter 6: The Divine Influence on Governance. Nitocris' role extended beyond religious duties into the very heart of Egyptian governance. As the Divine Adoratrice of Amun, she was not merely a symbolic figure, but a key player in the political machinations of the time. Her influence on the pharaohs, particularly in her advisory capacity, ensured that the throne's decisions aligned with the will of the gods, as interpreted by the Theban priesthood. Her presence in Thebes, a city that was both the religious and administrative capital, solidified the interconnectedness of the state's spiritual and political spheres. Nitocris I was instrumental in ensuring that the laws and edicts issued by the pharaohs had the sanctity and approval of Amun, thus legitimizing their rule in the eyes of the people and the gods alike. Chapter 7: Patroness of the Arts and Architecture. Under Nitocris I's guidance, Thebes flourished not only as a center of religious power, but also as a beacon of cultural and artistic achievement. The period of her rule saw the construction and expansion of temples, particularly those dedicated to Amun, which were adorned with intricate carvings and lavish decorations. These works were not just expressions of devotion, but also statements of the enduring power and wealth of the Theban state. She also patronized the creation of religious texts, hymns, and rituals that further cemented the importance of the Amun cult in Egyptian society. These contributions ensured that her influence would be felt long after her tenure, as future generations continued to draw upon the spiritual and cultural foundations she established. Chapter 8: The Succession and Legacy. As Nitocris I neared the end of her remarkable life, she ensured a smooth succession that would preserve the power of the Divine Adoratrice. She adopted her successor, as was customary, passing on the title to a chosen woman who would continue the legacy she had so carefully cultivated. This act of foresight ensured the continuity of Theban religious and political traditions. Her death marked the end of an era, but her legacy lived on in the stability she brought to Egypt and the reverence with which she was remembered. Nitocris I was deified after her death, her name inscribed in the annals of Egyptian history as a paragon of wisdom, power, and devotion. Chapter 9. The Guardianship of Theban Spirituality. Theba's tenure as the Divine Adoratrice of Amun was characterized by her unwavering commitment to maintaining the spiritual purity and rituals of Thebes. She was not only a guardian of the temple, but also a custodian of the sacred rites that connected the people with the gods. Her role was essential in preserving the religious traditions that were the bedrock of Egyptian society. Under her guidance, the priesthood flourished, with Nitocris I overseeing the education and appointment of priests who would serve Amun and other deities. She ensured that the rituals were performed with the utmost precision, understanding that the spiritual health of Egypt depended on the favor of the gods. Her influence extended to the seasonal festivals, where she played a central role, leading the people in worship and reinforcing the bond between the divine and the mortal realms. Chapter 10. Strategic Alliances and Diplomacy. One of Nitocris' most remarkable achievements was her ability to navigate the complex web of alliances that defined the geopolitics of her time. She understood that the power of Thebes and its priesthood was inextricably linked to the relationships with neighboring regions, particularly Nubia. Through her diplomatic efforts, she secured alliances that not only protected Egypt's borders, but also ensured the flow of wealth and resources into Thebes. Her ability to negotiate with foreign powers, often acting as the intermediary between the pharaoh and other rulers, showcased her exceptional strategic mind. Nitocris I's diplomatic efforts were instrumental in maintaining Egypt's position as a dominant power in the ancient world, with Thebes at its spiritual and economic center. Chapter 11. The Cultural Renaissance of Thebes. During Nitocris' reign, Thebes experienced a cultural renaissance. This period saw a revival of arts, literature, and architecture, much of which was inspired and funded by the wealth that flowed into the city through the Temple of Amun. Nitocris I was a patron of the arts, and her influence is evident in the numerous statues, reliefs, and inscriptions that have survived to this day. The grand temples and monuments erected under her guidance were not just places of worship, but also symbols of Thebes' prosperity and power. These structures, adorned with intricate carvings and hieroglyphs, told the story of the gods and the divine right of the rulers. They were a testament to the enduring legacy of Nitocris and her commitment to the glory of Thebes. Chapter 12. The Eternal Memory. Nitocris' death marked the end of one of the longest and most influential reigns of any divine adoratress. Her passing was mourned throughout Egypt, but her memory was immortalized in the temples and monuments she helped build. Her successors continued to honor her legacy, ensuring that the title of Divine Adoratrice remained a powerful and revered position within the Egyptian hierarchy. The memory of Nitocris I was kept alive through the stories and rituals that were passed down through generations. She became a symbol of strength, wisdom, and divine favor. Her name synonymous with the greatness of Thebes and the enduring power of the Amun priesthood. Conclusion: the torch of wisdom. The life of Nitocris I serves as a powerful reminder that true greatness is achieved through wisdom, dedication, and the ability to guide others towards a shared vision of prosperity and peace. Her legacy is one of endurance, where her impact on religion, politics, and culture was felt long after her time. Nitocris' story encourages us to recognize the power of knowledge and the importance of using it to build a future that honors the past. Epilogue. Embracing our heritage, as we reflect on the life of Nitocris I, we are reminded of the rich heritage that shapes our present and future. Her story is not just a chapter in history, but a call to embrace the wisdom of those who came before us. By understanding and respecting our past, we gain the strength to forge our path forward, armed with the knowledge that we, too, can achieve greatness. Let the life of Nitocris I inspire us to carry the torch of wisdom and continue the legacy of those who paved the way. Kindly click like, subscribe, and share this channel.